Alrighty people, welcome back to the channel, and I have something very special for you today, since this is actually just the first part of a little bit of a self-experiment. So if you all remember, in early 2025 AMD did something pretty crazy and combined one of the fastest available mobile CPUs with a simply bonkers GPU within the same chip. They called this absolute insanity of a laptop SoC Strix Halo, and while we did test it extensively, both on YouTube and even more in-depth and also in a lot more devices on the website, I personally did not get to spend a lot of time with the new silicon, be it either for gaming or our content creation workflows. So what better way to rectify that situation than to force myself to work and play on the still relatively new platform, and this is what I will do for roughly a month before heading to CES in early January. So in this video I will tell you a bit more about the devices I plan to use and maybe give you a sort of first impressions after coming back to Strix Halo more than 6 months after launch. And in the second video, which I will record hopefully almost exactly 4 weeks from now, I will tell you more about my personal experience, what I liked, what I didn't like, and if there are any major problems, be it with hardware or with the software, when going all AMD in the end of 2025. So I'm excited for this, I hope you are too, and with all of that out of the way, let's get into it. Alright good people, so how about we start with the mobile side of things, since as you can see I'm also not in our usual studio, but I'm actually in New York for some super secret pre-CES things, so definitely make sure to subscribe so you do not miss our coverage in early January. For this trip I took the ROG Flow Z13 with me, which was also the first device ever we got to test with AMD's new Strix Halo Monster APU, betting on a 16-core CPU part and the 8060S, which in our testing was roughly on par with a 4060 back then. Before I went to New York, I also used this one docked with a QHD ROG monitor, and once again a setup like this shows quite impressively how flexible such a powerful tablet can be. For my more casual gaming needs, especially on the plane and after a long day strolling through New York, I also took the ROG Xbox Ally with me. For one, because I wanted to spend some more time with the lower tiered variant, and because over on the German channel we are doing an early Christmas giveaway for this one. So if you are in Germany, definitely make sure to head on over there and subscribe so you won't miss that particular video. But circling back to the Flow Z13, of course its main task for this trip is to keep me online and be my little workstation for this video, and everything else I got to take care of while being in New York. Unfortunately, ASUS Germany was only able to provide the 32GB RAM config, which is a bit of a bummer, because if you remember, one of the main advantages of AMD's Strix Halo platform is that, similar to Apple's M series silicon, system memory is shared between the CPU and GPU, so you can allocate according to your needs. But if you only have 32 gigs, well, your options are quite limited, and for my time with this one, for now I left the 8060S at 8 gigs, leaving me with 24 for everything else. And so far this worked well enough for both our videos and gaming. As you can see, I also built out my setup here quite a bit as well, and in addition to the ROG Bulwark dock, I also took this portable OLED screen from the folks over at XP Pen. This is actually more of a creator-focused drawing tablet they sent over for a review, but because it's 4K and relatively lightweight, I wanted to give it a try for such a setup, and for now it's doing a great job, to be honest. They also sent me a Christmas discount code, so while I am still working on our review, if this one caught your eye and you want to pull the trigger already, make sure to use the link in the description below. Alright, that is the mobile side of things, but you may have also seen that a lot of Strix Halo devices are actually mini PCs, and I got my hands on the HP Z2 Mini, a super compact desktop that combines the same chip we already dealt with in the Flow Z13, but with its 64GB config you are quite a bit more flexible when it comes to memory allocation, and my plan will probably be to split it equally here. I did not yet have the chance to do a lot of work with this one, but my first impression is already very favorable, since with this little guy you get an absolute bonkers amount of ports in a tiny package, and for our video editing workflows in Resolve it's actually very quiet, which is great news, especially considering the Ryzen Max and this one can consume above 100 watts here. So it will be very interesting to see how our performance numbers compare to the same chip in the ROG tablet. I will use the XP Pen tablet in this setup once again as a second screen and to do my testing. So if a sleek creative pen tablet is of interest to you, keep an eye out for the video. And speaking of numbers, as I already mentioned, we tested both the FlowSet 13 and the HP Z2 Mini already. And if you either need a refresher for the 13-inch tablet, check out the video, or the more in-depth review on the website. And all the numbers for the Mini PC you can find in our written review, alongside quite a few competitors betting on the same silicon. I will leave the links down below. And this should already almost be it for today. As far as first impressions go, everything seems to work quite nicely, which is great news already, since especially with Resolve I had some issues with stability when testing the ROG initially, and a few months ago when putting the HP ZBook Ultra with the same chip through its paces. But so far it has been smooth sailing, not only for work, but also when it comes to gaming, even though you have to manage your expectations, since we are talking about roughly RTX 5050 or 5060 performance levels here, without any of the upscaling magic and support Nvidia GPUs bring to the table. But we will talk much more in depth about all of that at the end of my All-AMD month. And please guys, if there's anything you would like me to test or things I should look out for, put everything in the comments below and I will do my very best to answer all your questions in the final video. Make sure to leave your sub and like so you won't miss that one or our upcoming CES coverage. I can already tell you there will be a lot of interesting stuff to see in Vegas. Thanks a ton for watching. My name is Alex, you have been absolutely fantastic and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Take care.